Start recording. What? It doesn't come up for you guys? What the hell? It should. But it doesn't. Okay, so game capture doesn't work on that game. But monitor capture works. What? It doesn't... Ah, interesting. Okay, not discovered yet. Monster loves you! Help me begin your story. How does it go again? I have no idea what this is. Yes, I know. Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called in the forest. Thoughts? Monsters called the Veil Mist. That's right. Long ago, in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for actions and attitude, words and thoughts. You are not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of helping the sick and soothing the woeful, outsmarting everyone else, speaking true when others lie. Your body is turned and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's born. Be born. Okay. Be born. Oh man, this game. You awaken in the chilling season just as the air begins to turn crisp and cool. Onward. Okay. Your eye is open, you are a morsel, just barely born. You float in spawning around dozens of other morsels are flaming and stealing food from each other. It is the chilling season. Yeah, this must be Canada, Kappa. From the slime, what do you think? It's the stuff monsters are made of. Look, it's just like moldy mushrooms. Opens his mouth to show you a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. You pause. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start move again. Unite the other morsels to repel the attack. Kill it! Grr. You rip into the vile morsel. It has fangs, but you have claws. You're a monster. Keep fighting, rawr. Your first snarl, excellent. When the fight is over, you're chewing on the other morsel's eye. Yummy. Which is all that remains. Splash, flutter, split, squeak! Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It is sinking toward the bottom of the spawning vat. Oh no, that's terrible. Too bad, but it is exactly. Feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Do something about it! Swim to the morsel, determined to act. Push it up, the morsel's dead weight forces you down. Your legs come to rest against the bottom of the spawning vat, where they begin to squish. Your feet are breaking. What? Breaking up among the solid clumps on the floor of the vat. Your legs are gone now, but you stretch your arms and body, changing your slimy shape to hold out the morsels to the surface. Yes. Don't grieve, it's logical. The two dissolve mostly reach for each other. They come together in a single mass, a new morsel. You two are and always will be one. Huh, interesting. You're growing too big for the spawning mat? You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. Hooray! You're finally becoming one of the Zerg. Got an advice? Going to get into some trouble. Which is great. Exercise your bravery and cleverness and ferocity, kindness and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? To the Brood Cave! Choose your adventure. Oh? Elder Marinus leads you and some other monsterlings to a secluded grotto at the back of the cave. What's that? The rusty iron cage. There's something inside it. Sticks rocks. It is a collection of bones. Marinus says this is a human skeleton. If you can get it out of the cage, you may play with it. Oh man. The cage rests on a ledge several monsterlings high and only one monsterling wide. Like rusted away long ago, afraid a rope hangs from the bars. Climb the rope. Paw with claw, you climb. Monsterlings cheering you away, afraid rope snaps. Ouch. While you recover from fall, Globclaws climbs up by ramming her pincers into the cave wall. One over the other, she throws down the bones. Play with the bones for a while. Eat! You got a femur! You're my friend! You stumble on a rock and find a patch purple lichen behind it. That just happened. Now let's play with some bones. I know, right? Your exclamation of delight draws Smark and Globclaws over, but there's not really enough to share. What's so special about lichen? Monsterlings mostly eat at night, mostly. And what you eat is lichen, mostly. The big lichen in the pile is familiar but plain and boring. This is different. Ah. Stumble on rock and find a patch of purple lichen behind your exclamation on the light rolls. Oh, but there's not really enough to share. Tell them how to find some. Cleverness! Tell them to follow the little damp trails left. Eat the lichen too. You explain. Sparking Gloves both grin. Eat the lichen. Delicious. Okay. Oof. What's that noise? Buzz, buzz, buzz. So annoying. Changeling and Smark run from sound, covering their ear holes. It's getting louder, louder. What to do about it? What was that? I can't hear you over the buzzing. Try to do something about it. What was that? Sorry. Try to do something about it. Oh, right. You head in that direction, wincing in pain. You see Blast and Globclaws flee from the passage where the sound is loudest. Ooh, act quickly, get in there and slash whatever you find. Yes. Cleverness, ferocity. Your claws tear into paper and lump before you realize it's a stab wasp nest. The wasps sting you many times, but you crush them by the hundreds. Finish it! You rip the stab wasp nest to a pile of shredded fragments. A few remaining wasps crawl away. That the horrible buzzing of their wings silent at last. Oh. Impress other monsters and the... Oh, okay. Here we go. Elder Marinus floats in a pool of clear water, puffing her body like a bullwhip. She points at something deep underwater. Will you get that for me, little one? But she can't swim. Yeah, you're not afraid. Plunge straight on. Bravery. You jump right into the water and thrash your way down. You can't see very well and you lose your bearings. Marinus scoops you out of the water empty. Fast as you. There are many things a monster can and can't do. One thing you can't do is drown. The other is that you tried. Oh man. You're halfway towards leaving becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Yeah. Then you get wasped. Certainly. Marinus leads a group of monsterlings to the Scapegoat's pit in the potent square. What's a scapegoat? Scapegoat is a goat with a monster heritage that helps clean and groom dirty monsters. Okay. Marinus escorts everyone down into the pit. Scapegoat stands and trots over her. It's filthy and its breath smells like warm grass. Marinus turns her back on the scapegoat. The goat is long swords to gouge at her hide, removing some dirt and several parasites. But she's clean now. You actually are clean monsters. Okay. Marinus smiles down at you. Don't claw it till you've felt it, little one. It's good to get things out of your hide, not just. Marinus withdraws to it. Pick a fight with the scapegoat. Offer to clean the scapegoat. Pick a fight. The person is just standing there chewing. It doesn't notice. It's all to goat. It might not understand you. Goat bleeds and steps away from your poking. Slash the goat, make it bow to your authority. Goat notices that. Alright, he jumps clear over, then flings you out of the pit with one spoon. Oh. Apple. Nash! 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 Spice a delicious moused mushroom. Fine! Never fight the derpy goat, oh, you know. She plucks it from the floor, but it tumbles from her claws past. Thing is, we want our ferocity. They always win, yeah, but didn't you notice we got 9 in ferocity? Ferocity and bravery, that is important. Did Nash manage to get her own darn mushroom? Okay, how? Fish out the mushroom with something sticky. Crawl inside and get. Bravery! It's dark and you scrape your sides terribly against the rock. But you quickly recover. Mushroom and eat it for yourself. Aha! You're chatting with the goblins and blistery when a foul stench wafts in. Monsterlings all over the cave are shivering and holding their noses. It's blood! Someone's gotta tell him it stinks, but not the way monsters should. Blood sees you poop and makes its way over. Goblins blistery. Spread your claws in a friendly way. Ooh. You begin to tell a story of the cleanest monster, shining paragon of hygiene and delightful scents. You can almost hear the sounds bathing. The end with, but I only made up the cleanest monster who is not you. You stink bloods, we need to wash you and you do problem solve. Wow. Diplomacy. You notice a puddle of glowing slime at the back of the cave. pulses like heartbeat. Blood shoves you towards it, daring you to hit it. Don't be a human, baby. Joe Blood's up and eat. Oh yeah! You creep close and swallow that mouthful of slime. It doesn't taste like normal slime, it is dissolving everything else in its stomach. Oh man. Oh my! You wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Elmarinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks brave. Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel and turning this way and that, person's walking past. Marinus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist. Jump right in! You fall and fall some more. And fall and you're falling and other monsters are falling. Yes, some of them are crying. And you can't see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. Hooray! We're falling down to earth! You land on smooth, flat stone despite the swirling vapor, or it's dry as bone. Your other monsters breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. Try to catch you the fall for the other. Kindness! Oof. You don't see who you helped, whoever it falls away into the thick fog without a word. Gratitude is not important. Rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. You should take charge! There is monsterlings watch you curious. Bravery! Strike out with courage and confidence. The other monsterlings will follow you. Choosing turns and forks at random, you soon walk into a cave full of even thicker mist. Such thickness. The chamber is filled with mist, smoke, fog, and vapor, except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts! Hundreds of them, large and small, they're everywhere. Spooky! One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow differently colors. And fast. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear? Attack them! You scream and leap. The ghosts are in succession, swirling around your claws like nothing at all. Nothing at all? Nothing at all! Super spectral monsters. They laugh at you and prove that they are not entirely untouchable. Thin tendrils of mist circle your throat and begin to squeeze. End of monsterlinghood. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. What should you be doing now? The more brave, clever, ferocious, kind, and honest you are, the more other monsters will grow to respect you, gain enough respect, and you might someday effect important world events. Okay. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home. Start living. Enter the big bad world. Bravery, your bravery score is 87 out of 100. Oh, good. Cleverness, 33. Okay. Ferocity, 39. Honesty, 0. Kindness, 3. Choose your adventure. Oh. Mystery dumps a double armload of objects on the ground. I found this at the woods. Snash. Nash grabs a piece of yellow metal and licks. Like something, how bad can it be? It's pretty bad. Madikagyu just tastes like rusty and mold. Not the delicious kind of mold either, the horrible sour kind. Tell everyone this is a stupid game and walk away. Cleverness. In no time you have half a dozen other monsters rolling on the ground, clutching their tongues in their claws and groaning at the awful flavors. Oh no, -1. Some of your victims try to get up to punish you, but they're still confused from the bad taste in their mouths. You escape with your hide intact. Okay, that was not diplomatical. Let's be more kind to them. Squeak thud, squeak thud, squeak thud. You follow the odd sound until you find the Gobclaws. He's dragging a dusty broken wagon back home. Looks like hard work. No! What? Oh, there we go. The wagon's full of more wagon pieces. I might be able to put it back together. Can you help me? From her limp you gather she gets busted a leg. Oh yeah. Apologize by decline? Fuck that. Do it yourself. Help her pull. Kindness. It's easier to move with both of you helping. Gobclaw thanks you. Two of you enlist the scapegoat to help even more. Fantastic. The goat is strong enough to give you a wagon ride once the wheels are on, and he does. Nice. This one is not going up. Fuck that. Wheatblitz walks past your stoop. He stops, coughs and tilts his head, proudly showing off his base pal hat. It makes him look ridiculous. What's base pal? Some humans sporting one with large wooden bats. Oh. Basically, baseball. Ask him about that. Be polite and non-committal. Usually says, I gave a talking fox a whole bushel of rabbits for it. That it's what all the smartest humans are wearing these days. Monsters walk by, pointing and snickering at the ridiculous couple as they do. Be polite, he looks happy. Nods tips the Harrow moves on. What? We got nothing for that? Oh man. It's such a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town. Though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. Here is Showman. What glorious weather. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and squirrels are squirreling things away in the squirrel's home. Don't want to go? Keep walking, why not? Really don't see why young monsters are supposed to stay in town. What's going to hurt out here? A squirrel? A tree? Rip! Rip! Hey, what's that? Do you think you see a bear, or is it human? Oh, it was just a twig snapping, everything's fine. Soon forget the sound of snapping twig. It was probably a friendly badger, or badgers are frigging nasty, or a clumsy bear. Silly old bear stepping on. Snap! No, it's fine, keep walking. Hear the sound again, 2 more times in rapid succession. Something is behind you under the cover of trees. Just keep on going, yes. Get ready for a fight! Can't beat any animal in these woods. Ferocity. It's a human! Carrying a weapon made of wood and string. It's she? She used the weapon to fling another thing in your direction. Ah, no. Chop things, jabs into you, and you shriek. The pain is worse than any claw or tooth. It's not a deadly wound, but it eats at your body and mind. Hiding trees! You duck into another row of trees and stay out of sight. The human flings 2 more wooden things in your general direction, but you stay quiet and she moves on. You manage to hightail it out of there. You tell your friends who shudder at the account. That was pretty badass. That was fun. Oh, we should take the teeth. As you're walking down the street, you feel a stinging sensation. Something just bit your foot. Get it off! When you look down, you see a small pile of human teeth in a small wire mesh bag. Some monster must have dropped them. Help find the owner. Visit Mopsy Morrill, who agrees to publish a found ad in the Omen Harbinger if you want. He says, I can do a feature on how honest you were today. Hamrock is happy to get some of his teeth back, but he can count as well as anyone, while Mopsy Morrill builds you up as an honest return round. Oh boy. Bloodswell, it's over to you. I'm all out of snacks. Got any spare? As is tiny in the right light, one could easily mistake him for a squirrel. His snack is especially flexible from looking over his shoulder so much. He's Nash's best friend, which means she constantly attacks him. Kindness! Blood grins. That's great, thanks so much! He waddles away, munching on a bitter beetle. You sniff the air, sniff, sniff. Could that be frosting? Blood greets you and Nash with a fluffy pink cake. Nash says, Blood says he stole this from a human child. How do you three share it? First one to the center wins, distract others. It's you. Do a few circle the cake and plunge your faces in it. Eating until the plate's clean, then you eat the plate. Oh man. Mosquito? Yeah, why not? After rain, the last puddle slinger. Looking into one, you see hundreds of tiny wriggling bugs. Eat the little bugs, splash in the puddle, look at the little bugs. This is difficult. Eat, Rosity. Slurp. Suck the dirty puddle into your mouth, then spit it out, trapping the squirming mass of minuscule creatures. One quick crunch and they're all in your belly. Alright. Suddenly a stinging rain pours down, everyone scatters and gets under cover, even Blistery and Smark. That's all we got! Jump and howl in the rain! You leave a shout at the sky while ice-cold rain drops and pelt your hide. Other monsters watch you from their hiding spots, unable to decide if you're brave or crazy. Having shown that you can take some punishment, you walk calmly indoors. Smark hands you Magus steaming cider, which warms you nicely. Oh man. Adolescence is fleeting, you have grown beyond youth and become an adult. Yes! You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Why don't you sleep here? Fight them. What? Who? They were. Why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods. Okay. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. After a while of muttering stops, though murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the summer monsters come to a decision. The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter title. Elders loom over you, while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings go shadowy and dark. the end of your adolescence, your body becomes tougher and other grown-up monsters will be more likely to listen when you speak. Ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle and in slow-mo view. Oh, okay. You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect. Someone calls you clever. An unseen monster in the back reads, yeah, you're a real know-it-all. You knew it. Someone gives you a tangled up ball and various little glass bulbs, a human artifact of some kind. Untangle it to prove you're smart. Carefully untangle. Respect, you squint and turn the ball this way and that, then you find the worst part of the tangle and worry it's free. It gets easier after that, and soon the whole ball is a series of clean loops. Yay! You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger now. Stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young. Onward to adulthood! Politic with monsters, explore Venomist. See, 100 out of 100. Cleverness, 65. Ferocity, 56. Explore! You're bringing home a human coat you found hanging on a tree when you see a cat waving at you. Okay. It's a bad news. Get out of there. Way back. The cat is standing on his hind legs wearing human boots, and indeed is covered in human clothing artifacts. Save me! He cries, pointing to a wolf who has it cornered. Get the wolf. Sure. More for fun than anything, you attack the wolf. You almost got him pinned when he stands up on his hind legs, flexes muscular arms and hurls you into a treetop. By the time you jump down, the wolf and the cat are both gone, and returning you to tell the story. At least you got to tussle out of it. Huh. Politics. It's a scream along, sing along, everyone screaming, loudest monster wins. Scream. We're totally going to break some windows and air runs, but why are all these monsters here? Your singing has been known to hurt their little ears. Spell it out, you gotta win. You sing about loss and secret love and a plate with no pancakes on it. Your song is sad and strong, but the other monsters sense that you are holding back. The monsters on the other hand are terrified. Cut loose at full power! Oh. The monsters flee as your song shatters windows, causes clouds to break. Oh man. We lost kindness. Point finger! As you show your newest collection of human artifacts to your neighbors, they seem suitably impressed and listen. Say more! The truth is, you have found them in the woods, but everyone seems so interested would be ashamed to let down. Monsters do love a story, so you could stretch the truth. That's the little lie. To keep things interesting. You tell how a talking fox, those nuances are everywhere lately. Try to beat you in a riddle of answers. Right. How do they react? Respect 5. Everyone seems to believe you. They nod. Admiration. Okay, let's go to that. You take the lead on a hunt in the Wailing Mist, but you become separated from the group. Suddenly you catch sight of something. Where? Within the thicket. Rumor has it that an especially large, clever snake tricked Nash Nash biting her and made her sick for days. And it's right there, waiting, watching. You've eaten snakes before, time to eat another one. Slowly creep up on it, sharpening your claws. Suddenly you stop. A print in the dirt is clearly from National's foot. That's definitely tried monster blood around it. Lure the crafty serpent into a trap so it can't bite you. Use yourself as bait, beat the trap. You perch on a branch above a crude snare. This goes on for some time. Suddenly the snake drops from a branch above you. You struggle, but it's too late. It crushes you with terrible strength. Anything gets hard. The next thing you know, Nash has pounced on the snake. She grabs its head and holds its mouth, keeping it crushing. Oh man. We lost respect. You're following a deer in the forest when the trail comes to an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoofprints look strange, like they're double back, walking backwards. It's a trap! So what do you do? What, smart monster? Turn a trap against the deer. Ferocity! Charge into the cave claws bear and find Hammerhead taking a nap inside. Your attack is so ferocious that he wakes up screaming, "Hey, you've grown stronger!" Wow. Alright, that goat. Squirrel hops into a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to burst nuts and make something of itself. You drop on it from a branch, grab it and twist it. Delicious decapitation. Okay, a young wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps the squirrel out of your claws and runs off, laughing and barking. Wolves can bark now? Isn't that only dogs? Turn the tables on a wolf. Second squirrel creeps up and pokes at the discolored head of the first one. Grab the new squirrel and chew on it, thinking. Show everyone in Omen you're smarter than this wolf. Cleverness. Grab a few more squirrels and pretend to be absolutely furious, stomping and waving your claws in the air. Such good act. Yes, next you go back to Omen, you hand out squirrels, quietly telling everyone to hold on to them without eating them yet. Respect 5. Good. Indeed, the wolf tries her trick again and you dodge. He falls into the pit where the Scorpio greets her with a squishy horns and intimidating three-eyed glare. Huh, cool. Bravery? Oh, almost. Ferocity? Getting closer. There we go. Hey, wait a second. That blood splash seems nice. You stalk the forest, hunting and elusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbrush, lowering it. Its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Perfect. Tear it apart. The elk charges and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest. But instead of a heart, you find nothing. Elk turns and catches you on with its hand, flinging into a tree. What the? The elk bounds away. It's unkillable! There's nothing! There's nothing that's unkillable! You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink from a stream. Then you spring at it without fear and tear it limb from limb. Head from body, enter. Roar! Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You are filled with strange heat, but it soon fades. How bracing. Other monsters comment on the new swagger in your step as you return to Omen. Huh, interesting. Wild chicken are back in season, as delicious as they are mean. They're loose with a thin veil mist, and the monsters are all hunting them down. Chickens, lame, forget about it. Find some eggs and just eat. Get out there and hunt those wild chickens. Deep in the woods, you're looking for chicken Scratch. Scratch when you literally stumble over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks, and clucks and paws at you. Look at that hen! She's huge! Fight the hen! Ferocity max! Though the clucking makes your blood turn cold, you seize the great hen and fight until you're both mess of feathers with blood. But victory is savory. Nash, it is so hard that 2 chickens she hasn't killed yet escapes with a grasp. Dear, ferocity is maxed? Good. You should have killed the chicks. We killed the hen. We ate them all. Choose your adventure. Since they'll die anyway without a bother. Don't worry, eat them. You hear a Grit Mitten telling you younger monsters about a human that almost killed him. The pointed parts that get you, he said. Always wait until the knife is pointing somewhere else, then run away. He turns to you and says, isn't that right? Explain to the youngster that a human knife is always dangerous. Come and expand on Grit Mitten's tale, sharing what you learned about the frightening blades of the humans. Young monsters promise that they will treat such things with respect and even if nobody is holding one. See it with Nash and go up close on a tattered red blanket, eating cookies and talking about artifacts. Artifacts and human-made objects. Many monsters collect them on the garbage cans and no one will collect them. For one human bust out, some artifacts are interesting, some can be dangerous. Continue with the discussion. Governor says, I really like artifacts. I want a nice big collection, but it seems like I can never find any good ones. You and Nash exchange plans. Nash runs a claw along the handlebars of her little scooter. You both know some good spots. Keep mum. You can help her in other ways. Kindness. You open your mouth, but gasp when Nash hits you hard. Hey, why? Nash whistles. That would be less stuff for us. I don't care if you have less stuff, but if I do, you're in big trouble. Oh man. Respect. Good. Alfog and Grit Mitten are arguing in the streets over a cat. They both want kitty croquettes for lunch. Sounds yummy, so what's the problem? Oh, we can eat it. Alfog says he caught the cat, but Grit Mitten says it was in his larder before it got out. Both monsters turn to you as a neutral party to decide. Finders eaters, clearly the cat is Alfog's. Later, Alfog offers you and Grit Mitten with Whisker's dripping spider. Thanks to your apology. Huh. Ooh, respect 5. Ooh, spiders. Today is the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly by all around town. Let's do this. But your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do? It's a noble rage. Cheat. It is normally the fastest spider in the world, even the playing field. And just yours. It's a noble race. With a tear and a smile, you and your spider watch from the stands. The spider sucks the butter out of a piece of popcorn, gives you 4 tiny thumbs up at once. Grand. He rubs her healing legs and says, next year's the year if a bird doesn't eat me. Kaplan. Let's do some more exploration, shall we? A flock of geese are in the square. No honk honk, no honk. One can talk honk about the damn honk. Mash mash screams. Last one drive away on the loser and she is on the human scooter. Honk. Hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own. Stick is mightier than all the wheels. Sabotage national. No, we're not gonna sabotage. Just grab the scooter first. No. Honk. Hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own. You run to Henrik's hovel and steal or borrow. No, don't steal! Honking up on your head, you run toward the geese, growling and yipping the geese from you. Uh-oh. Can think of good to others. Think fast, out, honk the geese. Fury and fear unite. Fight the goose in two and grab 3 more, creating a tornado of feathers, nash nash. Ooh, she missed. Oh boy. Okay. This game is special. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream. As you're about to bite into it, it says, wait, I'm magic, I can grant you a wish. Sounds legit. Spew the spirit's claim. Cleverness. All I wish for is something to eat, you snob. Fish realizes what you mean as you bite into it. Okay, you're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Go see spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood and you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. The bodies melt in a spawning vat where their memories will nourish the minds of new. Oh. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. Oh man. Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to see the fate of mankind. Oh. Can the doctor do something to stop the process? And you will either... You'll soon reach the end and... Spider said, there is a treatment that might prevent your dissolution. The treatment involves an extract taken from tentacle ferns that grow in the veil mist. Oh, that's easy. Following the spine doctor's directions, you enter the veil mist in search of tentacle fern. They are common in the woods. Pick a fern. You wade through a thicket of the sticky green cores, letting them brush against your hide until one latches. You snip the fern with your claws. What's that sound? It's a little muscling, trying not to be noticed. Stop for a while. Little muscle asks, why are you dripping so much slime? You look behind. Should we eat it? No. Young monster seems terrified at the thought of dissolving. She said, it's not fair. Animals live much longer than we do. Humans... Tell her it's natural for monsters and nothing to fear. You remind her that this is Cycle 500, and it's always been this way. We carry in us and the remnants of thousands of monsters who came and went before. She's in. Explain. You point back toward Omen, and it's not over for everyone. If the other monsters respect you enough, you can live on as an elder to share your wisdom directly and help. He says, I'd like to do that. Is that what you're going to do? But you have a few more things to do. But then you're going back. She nods sadly and leaves you. Move on. You take it from him? Question is, should we take the medicine? We won't be able to ascend? Or should we go home and try to ascend? Oh, you're gonna walk the dog? Have a good one, Max. I think we're gonna skip the medicine, actually. I think people respect us enough. Dr. Spice has returned to leave, so you accepted your fate. That's for the best. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Elders of Omen surrounds you at the spawning mat. They built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body's squishy and down. Be tested. The masked elder comes forward and says, it's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the entry cauldron. Thick vapor rises. The masked elder asks, who has already decided the fate of this monster? Few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins bubbling. Max Elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you and says, choose one. Chance will guide your claw. Look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many paw. You can't tell one stone from another. Thick stone that looks good. Either side of the stone is edged with a crude glyph. It shows one monster kneeling beside another injured monster. The masked elder says, we will test your kindness. Oh, we are not kind at all. Huge elder carries another monster close to the cauldron. The other monster is half melted and hard to recognize. It's Nash Nash, or what's left of her. She's begun to dissolve like you, and her conditions is far advanced. You've decided that Nashness is too violent. There is a place for pure ferocity in our world, but it must be tempered with other qualities. The elder says, see her eyes. She still sees us with pure rage. Perhaps you can calm her. You look down at Nashness and realize you could tear out your own heart and use it to restore life to her body. It's insane, but it might work. Of course you're likely to die too. 50% chance you will die. Forget it, it's too dangerous. One elder adds a few drops of fluid, but most of them just watch in silence. As you reach for the stones, someone shrieks in the distance. All eyes turn in that direction. You realize you can peek under the stones if you're quick. No, resist the temptation. Wait a moment and the shrieking dies away. All the elders turn back. Other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up, speaking intently. The masked elder says, "Ah, honesty, but you have just passed the test." You hold the cauldron which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. If there's enough blood in it, you'll ascend. You drink the bubbling concoction, the belch and howl, your body solidify almost instantly. You're an elder now. Hooray! Yep. You're now an elder. You're welcome in Snack, the oldest monster town. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Oh man. Holy shit. This is pretty... I thought that would be the end, but it's not. You're new to the Carmen. Choose your adventure. See bolts of lightning hit the strange rod on the roof and investigate. From inside the house, you hear someone shout, "Live! Live!" What's going on? Hold on. I need some more water. Oh. Let's see here. This seems Listen at the window and hear a maniacal rant. This human is a building, a creature. Out of other humans, dead humans. That sounds familiar. Hmm. Oh. You listen at the window and hear Manica rant. This human is willing creature. Stop the human! It's planned bad for the humans to live here, but it will make things hard on your fellow monsters, most likely. You set your mind to stopping him, but how? You knock on the door and human answers. He brandishes a knife. You move fast, climbing the creature on the table like you were scaling a mountain. You pull on the hair, but it won't budge, so you bite off the monster's neck bone. The human chases you, shouting that you have ruined his creature. Other humans coming on out of the way, carrying torches. It is a sheer. Humans view monsters +8. That's good. One of them yells, "Good work, monster!" as they close in on your pursuer. Politic. Oopsie Moral outlines a plan for defense against humans. Food game. Hey friends. Every year the humans hunters eat with each other, but she can possibly think. It is a weapon. Humans give fruit caves as gifts. What a kindness. Politics. My fellow monster, he begins. I propose we meet the humans halfway. No! He clears his throat. I think we should learn from them, adopt human ways to become more civilized. +18? Oh, that's nice. Mitten shouts, "Speed! Might makes right!" Not always. We should talk more like humans do. We will prefer fate is powerful. With frown for a moment, consider plan. The Tiger good mitten. He fights back and oh. The only thing you proved is that you can beat now. Yes, the human way would be better here, Apple. This is good. Let's work more on the humans. Just in a secluded hiding place near a park, suddenly you see a human grab her stomach and fall over. Risk being seen among humans to seek help? Yes. Let's use bravery here. For long you spy on humans playing you. Get their attention to help. Success. Jumping about, you call the human medical. Before you know it, the MTs arrive. Plus 8 human view monsters. Nice. They strap her to a board and put her in a white truck. Gently before they all head off. You feel a growing sense of satisfaction. The honesty and kindness are kinda low. So bravery, cleverness, ferocity. We should avoid honesty and kindness. An older human and many children sits in rows in a hot echoing room. The older human drones on with the children. Oh, he's telling them about lifeology. I don't know about that, but judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to find it very interesting. Huh? Oh. Step in and show him how to teach. You begin your lecture smoothly explaining how the heart pumps blood. Just how many miles of veins and arteries they have in their bodies. The whole class listens fascinated. You're well into the second hour of your lecture when a bell rings. The teacher says, "I'm sorry, that's all the time we have." As the children leave, they shout and laugh. You made some new friends today. Nice. Let's do some politics here. Elder really wants to stop using electricity from the humans. It's making us less monsters, he explains, and it is a human thing through and through. You happen to know a bit about electricity. Shuffle forward and raise one claw, clearing the floor. All the elders turn to look. Rudy says, "Ah, you rid of me?" Leap up and grab. Wow. You leap up and grab an overhead electrical line, ripping it open, sparking black fluid. Sparking black fluid showers through, dancing, surrounded by a halo of weird energies. Indeed, the elders back away slowly from your terrible display. They clap and cheer as you black out. Luigi changes his plan to using electricity as a weapon. Nice. You're splashing through the rain gutters when you spy a human on the steps below. She snuffles and solves the tissue. A crumpled letter lies beside her. You slide down a gutter and squat beside a human. She squeaks, then holds very still when you don't attack. Finally, she says, "You want to know why I'm crying? My parents say I must marry Ernst, but I do not love him. I just wish to go away." Oh, devour her? Oh, no, no, no. She blinks away her tears and starts to laugh. And sees that you're serious. Takes your claw in her hand. Where two older humans interrupt their dinner to scream and jump away from her. The older humans calm themselves and listen. You suppose the first time they agree to wedding? They do? Yeah! The younger human smiles and squeezes you, not trying to choke you, just to show you how much he appreciates your help. Okay, they like us. This is good. So let's continue with the monsters. Them you humans better. History proposes a new plan. History proposes a new plan to keep an eye on the humans. What is it? To take over an abandoned house in Carmen. Keep someone in there at all times and take notes on everything they do. Several other elders seem to like the idea very much. They argue about where to establish this spy house, though Common has many empty buildings, which shall we. Suggest a place that will encourage understanding. The expedition sets out amid hiding the unused upper floor of the library. They observe humans reading and learning. Make sure they see humans are smart. In short order, several elders learn to read for the first time. They seem impressed with their unsuspecting human subject. Good. 5 days left. You're hiding in a shiny wood building. Two humans are holding hands in front of another. Aha! He makes a lot of noise about it. The other two look around, disappointed at the empty room. Pull your hat over your head and offer to be with. You're delighted! Humans all take turns talking. Ah. And talking. And talking. And talking. Yes, eventually the two holding hands make kiss faces at each other. They sign a paper and hand it to you. Oh, they're married. You make a pretty squirrel beautifully. The pair thanks you for heavenly bow. Whoops, the hat fell off. You must gasp, but you stand your ground unafraid. After a moment, they thank you. Oh, they like us so much. Glorious. Glorious. You're just concluding a thrilling speech to the other elders. Finally, something goes smoothly. Snork, snark, rark, rark, snork. What the schnack is that noise? Old Hamrick fell asleep in the middle of your speech. Again, his pig-like snout and four nostrils give his snores poignant yet thunderous quality. Off gently. A better success whispering at the moon. Hamrick keeps on. Talk louder, over the snoring. Hamrick wakes up, he looks around and says, you know, humans are pretty nasty. They sharpen rocks and cut things with, so they kill each other all the time. We should establish authority by fighting. Plus save. You thrash Hamrick with ease. He's big, but he slowly stays there, never less than half asleep. You're further words on human development fall on a nervous but receptive crowd. You're not to Carmen. Ugh. You're across the street from a coffee shop. Sniff. Human coffee they're drinking smells weak, even by human standards. How strong should it be? In Omen Town, the monsters boil a terrible black brew, so potent it must be stirred with stones and bones. Every monster knows what coffee is. Oh man. Very crusty from a coffee shop. FD coffee there. Do you want to help them out? Rush over there, fix the problem. Kindness. As you step in the street, there comes a horrible honk honk and a screech! And three shifting metal masses miss you. Go, monster, go! A success! You dodge, swallowing your fear to spring through a gap in the wall of danger. In shop, you crack a whole bag of beans in your mouth and funnel them into your machine. Ah, bubble bubble, coffee double. Human wanders over a pot ahead. He takes a sip and starts showing. Okay. By the time he catches his breath, he looks at the mug in the sun with a new appreciation. Haha. And the new monsters maxed! This is good. His expanded pupils let him see you leave the shop and he uses his mug in salute. That is perfect. Okay. Now, if we can get 100%, this is good. Jaggery drinks deep from a jar of cider, belches and dead. Here goes Wavy. Watch the ferocious cellar as he drinks some more. Jaggery raises one claw. Humans are stupid, lazy, worthless, stupid, and I'll fight any monster who says otherwise. Now, we cannot use kindness. No, smart humans brought us cider. The big monster hadn't thought of that. Jaggery gets very serious very quickly, and the other monsters nod as they consider this important fact. Blow their minds just a little bit. You say, and if they thought of that, what else have they thought of? Yeah, politics. You're arguing with Emmerich, who is much older than you, but a little slow on the uptake. She insists that humans don't farm chickens. Explain that they do. You go on about how plump delicious the chickens become under human protection and how many eggs they produce in wooden nested boxes. Imogen rolls her eyes, unimpressed. No, bring back bravery. You have no trouble getting onto a farm. You return with a chicken so fat it looks feather balloon. Show off the chicken. Impressed Imogen accepts the chicken and takes a bite. Another. Maybe the humans do have redeeming qualities. There we go, 96%. As you walk through Portland Square, you think on your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you built up your reputation. You're quite well respected. Yes, well respected. Though monsters have always feared and loved humans in the past, your work towards improving relations has paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like them. Well done. Grand! Meanwhile, humans who once hated all Monstergun have come to understand that monsters aren't terrible, evil things. Rumor has it that humans think pretty well of them. Think pretty well of you, yeah. Chattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and younger monsters alike are milling about in Great Mount. Thoughts drop from a nearby roof. Humans! Humans are coming this way. What? Mystery says, that's wonderful, we can talk to them, it's true. Relations have been warming up. Both monsters and humans meet deep in the Veil Mist. There is considerable shuffling of feet and paws. Everyone wants to talk, but nobody wants to make the first. Only some monsters or to speak up. Dash one of them in the throat, show them who's boss. Get lost, humans? No, welcome to the humans and friends. Everyone breathes as a sigh of relief as you put your best claw forward. It's the first step of a long journey on which monster and human will cooperate on all things. Or should we all eat them up? What happened next? Oh yeah. The end. And so monsters and humans worked, lived and played together for many happy and albeit a bit tedious generations to come. Hooray for the future and for entire bloodbath to come! Oh yeah. Yep. We beat the game! What? You dare to find the narrow gap between fear and hate. Now humans and monsters work hard together to benefit them all. Oh, there are several different endings. Endless War, Monster Enslavement, Famous New Resurgence, Monster Annihilation, Agent of Departure, Modest Legacy, and Legacy, Universal Prosperity, Human Annihilation. Oh man. Well, we pretty much beat that game.